Okay, picture this. The clock starts ticking, and you have exactly 1 day, 24 hours, to build an entire e-commerce business completely from scratch. I'm talking no products, no audience, no brand. Just you, an empty computer screen, and a ticking clock. Now, what if I told you that it's actually completely possible to build a fully automated store with zero designers, zero coding experience, and literally zero employees? Well, that is exactly what we are breaking down in today's Explainer. We're going to look at this fascinating case study that maps out how a full business was constructed in a single day just by using a really carefully coordinated stack of AI tools. If you're a small business owner or even just thinking about becoming one, get ready, because this completely rewrites the rules of what a solo entrepreneur can pull off. Okay, let's dive into this, because this idea perfectly captures the massive paradigm shift we are currently living through. Think about traditional business building for a second. Launching a store used to mean hiring a web developer, right? Putting a graphic designer on an expensive retainer and spending weeks, honestly, usually months, just trying to finalize a brand identity. It's expensive and it's incredibly slow. But in this intense 24-hour ticking clock scenario, all of those traditional barriers are completely wiped out. The AI effectively becomes your entire staff. It lets one single person execute at the speed of an entire agency. So here is your actionable step-by-step blueprint. We'll start with a 24-hour setup, move into AI niche brainstorming, meet the AI design team, cover the brand and store build, and finally look at the launch reality. Let's kick things off with the first phase, the 24-hour setup. So the constraints of this mission were strict. The creators started from absolutely nothing. Every single element had to be generated using only AI assistance. And to bypass the dreaded cold start problem, they utilized a very specific business model, faceless print on demand. For small business owners, this is just a brilliant foundation to build on. You don't hold any inventory, you're definitely not packing boxes in your garage. Basically, when a customer orders a shirt or a mug from your website, a third-party supplier automatically gets the order, prints your design onto the product, and ships it directly to the customer. And because it's faceless, the brand stands entirely on its own merit. You don't have to rely on your personal image or your own social media following to drive sales. And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer mind-blowing speed of execution here. At hour 0, there's nothing but a blank computer screen. But by hour 6, the core niche and the brand identity are entirely locked in. Fast forward to hour 12, and an entire catalog of products is designed and ready to go. And then by hour 24, a fully functional automated store is officially launched to the public. It just shows how incredibly fast a mere concept transforms into a live, transactional business when AI is the engine driving the workflow. Which brings us to phase 1, AI niche brainstorming. This is your very first actionable step. You see, the biggest mistake new business owners make is just guessing what people actually want to buy. Here, you use AI to shift entirely away from guessing straight into data-driven brainstorming. Instead of staring at a blank wall hoping for a spark of inspiration, the AI rapidly spits out a really strong starting list of profitable, evergreen themes. We're talking about massive, deeply passionate markets, things like pets, fitness, gaming, nature, and motivation. These are areas where consumers consistently, predictably spend money year after year. So if you're executing this yourself, here are the exact action items you need to take. First, you prompt your AI tool with those broad themes and ask it for specific sub-niches. You literally let the AI sweat the market research while you sit back and drink your coffee. Second, review that generated list of niches and keep an eye out for areas with really strong creative opportunities. And third, make your final selection based on broad appeal. You're looking for a niche that gives you plenty of room to create a really diverse product line while still targeting a very specific, highly passionate buyer. Next up, phase 2, the AI design team. Now this is where the real magic happens. Honestly, this is the most exciting part of the entire 24-hour sprint. Now, what's really interesting about this comparison is the incredible contrast in time required. Normally, if you wanted to mock up a dozen product designs, you're looking at a ton of back and forth emails with a graphic designer. It takes days just to get the initial concepts, let alone the final print-ready files. But when you start leveraging AI image generation tools, that timeline shrinks from days to mere minutes. It's just an unbelievable acceleration for a solo operator. And here is the exact step-by-step workflow you can use to iterate through this yourself. Step 1. Use AI to generate multiple initial design concepts based on that niche you picked. Step 2, you review them. And look, some are going to look absolutely amazing right out of the gate, while others, they'll definitely need tweaking. So you use the AI to refine those layouts and improve things like text placement. Then, step 3, once you have a winning aesthetic, you simply ask the AI to generate variations of that design. That lets you easily scale your catalog across t-shirts, hoodies, posters, mugs, the whole shebang. I really can't overstate the thrill of this phase. You're essentially acting as the art director, right? Just curating the best possible outputs from an infinitely fast designer. Within minutes, blank canvases literally transform into real, tangible-looking product mockups. Suddenly, this abstract idea you just generated an hour ago looks like a premium, physical product that is ready to be sold. Let's move to phase 3, the brand and store build, and see how this actually builds into a real company. Because, let's face it, having great designs just isn't enough. Customers actually need to trust the store they're buying from. You have to take that collection of individual products and build them into a cohesive, trustworthy storefront. To do that, you treat the AI as your own personal branding agency. The actionable steps here are super straightforward. First, ask the AI to suggest brand names and color palettes that psychologically match your chosen niche. Next, have it generate dozens of logo concepts based specifically on those colors. Finally, you just compare the options and select a clean, memorable brand identity. Literally, in the span of an hour, you've established a highly professional look and feel that ties everything together. With the brand identity completely set, the actual website setup begins, and AI is heavily utilized here to rapidly knock out the absolute most tedious parts of web development. It generates persuasive product descriptions, it organizes the category pages, it writes the overarching marketing copy, and it even assists in formatting the mobile and desktop layouts. What would typically be hours, if not days, of exhausting copywriting and formatting is reduced to just a few moments of generating, copying, and pasting. You completely shift from being a bogged-down creator to an ultra-efficient editor. And finally, we hit phase 4, the launch reality. So after hours of intense planning, generating, designing, and building, the countdown clock hits 0. You press that massive launch button, the website goes live, and then you hit this dramatic silence. The frantic, crazy pace of building just suddenly stops. As the source material notes, the hardest part of this whole process is what comes next. Waiting. Your focus immediately pivots from creating to monitoring. Over the next several hours, it's all about obsessively refreshing the analytics dashboard, watching for traffic, monitoring customer engagement, and waiting to see if all that rapid AI execution actually translates into real-world interest. And this brings us to the absolute most crucial grounded business lesson of this entire explainer. We really have to look at the reality of the results here. Yes, AI absolutely allows you to move faster than ever before. Its role is mastering repetitive tasks, providing unbelievable speed, and handling the raw execution. But the human's role, that has not been replaced. Not by a long shot. Your role is making the strategic decisions. It's ensuring product quality, guiding the marketing, and ultimately building that essential customer trust. So the crucial point is captured perfectly in this massive takeaway from the experiment. AI handled many repetitive tasks, but strategic decisions still required human judgment. Look, AI is the ultimate tool for leverage. It's like it can build the race car in record time, but you still have to be the one sitting in the driver's seat steering it. Your human judgment on which niche to pick, which specific design looks best, and how to uniquely position the brand, that is what actually dictates the long-term success of the business. Still, even with that reality check, we absolutely cannot ignore the staggering achievement here. 24 hours. In just 24 hours, an abstract thought became a fully functioning, automated print-on-demand store. By fully leaning into AI assistance, the barriers to entry for small business ownership have literally never been lower. You don't need a huge team anymore. You just need a vision, focus, and the right prompts. It just completely changes how we all need to think about starting a business. It's genuinely no longer a question of resources, but purely a question of imagination. So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to consider for your own journey. If you had only 24 hours to build an online business from absolute scratch using AI, what would you create? The tools are right there waiting for you. It's time to get building.